Et donc là, on se retrouve pour le programme spécial de la 4.2 de Genshin. On commence dès maintenant. Pour découvrir les nouveautés. C'est un peu fort, mon goût. On va peut-être baisser un peu. Voilà.
We'll get to the bottom of this matter. No detail shall escape me. Yes, that sounds perfect. A god must be firm. A god must not allow any detail to slip through the cracks.
Bon, j'ai mal mis la caméra.
My dear citizens, just as the will of a god remains opaque to the understanding of mere mortals, so too is truth unmoved by even the strongest of wills. I will now speak to the defendant.
Oui.
If you honor the values of truth, justice, and divinity, then you are compelled to provide an accurate account of your actions. Tu l'as vu le programme spécial Poppy ou pas? Hey, that's not bad. Now what's next?
Bon bah.
It's so hard to predict.
Il y a deux à découvrir, peut-être d'autres personnes aussi dans le chat.
What should I say during the trial tomorrow?
Lady Furina, what are you doing?
As the god of justice, it is only expected that I should remain informed of every trial and make the necessary preparations. Is there something that you needed for Intendant Chevalmer?
Judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale.
Oh, mes bouts qui pleurent.
The Hydro Archon to be punished via the death sentence.
What?
You and I both know that there may be issues with the primordial sea.
Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful?
What's done is done. Just trust in me, your Archon. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not.
Oh, le thème. Oh là là, Furina, je la veux. En plus, j'ai la rapidité. Oh le crâne. La musique elle est excellente. C'est bon. Encore des photos.
I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it.
Elle va mourir.
Well, the water, I mean.
The prophecy. Yes. What has been prophesied will be fulfilled. I, Furina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice.
This judgment is fair and just.
What is the
boss?
you would call
You have never
this
been as
justice?
superficial as you have presented yourself to be.
No more excuses.
Then why should we acknowledge it?
Why did you deceive us?
Voilà.
Applaud and rejoice.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right.
The trial of the Hydro Archon.
Seem to remember
the Lord will now
This
begin.
trial is...
I now understand the true purpose behind this position.
Oh, les abysses.
You are a devious one, Fussalor.
Oh,
Everyone's...
il y avait Tartaglia.
Papa, what should I do?
Ah, c'est le père de Furina qu'on affronte.
The prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
De la Bastille, mais qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qui est-elle? Mais qui est cette meuf? What?
This would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Est-ce que ça serait la première Archon Hydro?
Will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Mais pareil. La mascarade de la coupable. What? Mais ce trailer, What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Genshin Impact version 4.2 special program.
Oh, l'image, elle est stylée.
I'm Sarah Miller Cruz, the voice of the female traveler Lumine, and I'm joined today by 2 guests to bring you the latest news for the upcoming version. Okay, why don't you introduce yourselves?
All right, yeah, sounds good. I'll start. Hey everyone, I'm Amberly Connors, the voice of Furina, and I am super excited to be on Archon as the special god of Earth the Crisis foretold
Quand
in
c'est
the
si spécial,
prophecy.
il va faire pour éviter la crise.
Fontaine
a
I
raison.
hope everyone's
Je suis tout à fait
excited to see what happens next.
Parce que c'est la
I mean,
France.
I sure am. I'm at the edge of my seat. My name is Ray Chase, and I'm the voice of Nouvelle, the dragon sovereign of water and Udex of Fontaine. I'm sure many of you already consider Nouvelle a very trustworthy partner, and I hope you look forward to seeing more of him in version 4.2.
Yes, for sure. Totally.
Yep.
Okay, so next, let's dive into the major content that we have coming in version 4.2. In the intro, Furina said we need to make an appointment with Surintendant Cheval Moran. So, you know, she's really busy as Fontaine's Archon, and she's a pretty big celebrity at the Opera House. So, the special program team gave me an itinerary to follow, and it appears to show all of Furina's recent plans.
Farina's recent plans, let me guess. She's going to be going to trial, and then another trial, and then another.
Actually, that sounds about right.
Okay, the itinerary seems pretty packed, so let's take a look at the first item.
Première activité.
Oh, looks like Ray called it.
Wow.
Yeah. There is nothing more important to Furina than attending trials at the Opera House.
Ouais, ça on savait.
This trial is a little different from the usual.
Ok, chapitre 4 de la quête d'Archon.
Interesting.
Acte 5, mascarade de la
I keep
de la
looking at
coupable.
the water rushing in. I'm like, what's happening?
Yes, it looks like there's some spotlights and like it's like a curtain.
Seems like, you know, maybe also Nouvelle is keeping an eye on things from behind the scenes, maybe?
Very serious.
He's always keeping an eye on stuff, and always just a little bit disappointed.
Fair. Okay, in version 4.2, travelers will get to experience Act 5 of the Fontaine Archon quest, Masquerade of the Guilty. We'll team up with Fontainian friends to delve deeper into the hurricane of events and face the impending destruction foretold by the prophecy. Travelers will gradually unveil new facts behind this crisis and encounter an evil that has been lurking in the swirling depths.
Ah là là.
Ooh.
I know.
On va affronter pour stopper ça.
Swirling depths. Very spoopy. Right, so, you know, the prophecy in Fontaine is on the brink of coming true. And this is possibly the greatest crisis we've faced in our journey through Teyvat.
Definitely. In version 4.1, we learned about this precarious situation involving the rising primordial seawater.
Ouais, ça on
Nouvelle
savait.
barely arrived in time to hold back the seawater from engulfing the fortress of Meripede, but still, the water has reached Poisson.
Poisson.
Luckily, the crisis was averted by Navia's leadership of the Spina de Rosula. Though, we probably can't dismiss the assistance provided by the Knave either.
C'est vrai.
Whatever her end goal may be, it seems like she sincerely wants to save Fontaine from the prophecy. But there's only so much that we can say. Travelers will have to go and play through the version themselves to discover the clues, adventures, and stories to come.
Yes, exactly. So be sure to play through, uncover hidden truths, and witness
très
this epic
intéressant.
chapter
Ah, franchement,
of
ce
Fontaine's
chapitre 4
history
va
for
être
yourself
une
when
dinguerie.
Act 5 of the Archon quest becomes available.
Sounds good.
So
Yep.
right?
Hey, question. Have we forgotten a pretty important character who's been missing from the fortress of Meripede?
Oui, Tartaglia.
You mean Child?
Yeah. Where's Child?
We searched all over the fortress for him.
Yep. I guess we'll just have to live with the suspense for a little longer. Not ideal, but it's fine.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But we saw Child appear at the end of the last version's Archon quest, so it probably won't be long until we see him again.
Okay, good.
Okay.
But we really need to talk about Furina.
Je pense
She's
aussi.
confronted with a because she's confronted with a crisis that's tough for even one of the great elemental dragons. Of course, Fontaine will have the travelers help, but
Bien sûr.
what choices will our Hydro Archon make in the face of the crisis?
Well, just like the prophecy itself,
all will be revealed at the fated time. But knowing Furina, perhaps she'll have made some preparations.
Once again, disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Come on, guys. Have some faith.
Okay, to bolster everyone's confidence in Furina, let's learn a little more about this one-of-a-kind Archon.
Allez, là sur l'Archon.
Why are you just standing there with your mouth gaping? You must be stunned and at a loss for words. Understandable. It is I, after all. Fontaine's most beloved star, Furina. I'm on a very tight schedule, so you're lucky to even get an appointment with me.
Oh my gosh, I love her outfit.
Yes. Oh, and in her
toujours.
eyes, like
Les
each of
tenues
them
dans
are
Genshin, elles
different.
sont
She's got these
incroyables.
little eyelashes.
J'avais vu des gens sur Honkai qui
Oh,
You know,
it's
you'd
amazing.
expect
disaient
for
que
a
les
Hydro
car
Archon
design des
that she'd
personnages
have the best
étaient trop
drip.
ressemblants, contrairement à Genshin.
Oh.
Yes. Ooh.
Que je peux être d'accord, mais après c'est aussi une
She's always
question,
dressed like she's about to
on va dire,
attend a
de
performance.
culture
You know
dans
what
un
I mean?
pays.
Yes.
Les gens dans un pays
That's
sont à
Fontaine's
peu près
biggest
toujours de la
celebrity
même
for
façon,
you.
plus ou moins.
And speaking of drip, let's take a look at her combat abilities.
Je veux dire, dans ce cas où,
Being too popular.
dans ce cas où chaque plat a une façon de s'habiller, quoi, si on peut dire
Who
ça.
knew the people would adore me so much?
Elle se bat à l'épée.
Strike a pose.
Oh là là. Elle invoque ses compagnons pour harceler l'ennemi.
Whoa, that is
Wow.
so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I like the way she kind of like bows.
Very dramatic.
Yes.
Very much. It's like all of her moves are part of a performance.
Yes.
Totally. Also, look at her elemental burst. Her presence really fills the stage. Everyone else is just an extra. Wait, so the creatures that Furina summons, they look a lot like the Fontamer aberrants that we've encountered before. There's a seahorse, a crab, an octopus, and they are all so cute.
Yep.
Oh, I love them.
Toujours.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, no, the octopus is even wearing a hat. What a
Les
distinguished
filles, elles sont
gentleman.
trop mignons, et nous les mecs, c'est là.
Correction.
My minions!
They're a bit different from
It's time
Fontamer
to conquer the world!
No. To my knowledge, these creatures are Furina's, quote, honored guests.
Les invités d'honneur de
They even help
Furina.
manage her daily affairs.
Yes, exactly. So,
Ce sont mes
Furina
larbins.
often invites guests to her tea party, which is known as the Salon Solitaire.
Salon solitaire.
And
C'est
those
c'est
creatures
si
are actually
français.
special guests of the Salon Solitaire.
Mm-hmm.
And she even gave each member a name.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So you've got the maid, Mademoiselle Crabaletta.
Mademoiselle Cravaletta.
They're the best.
The crab, the one that's a crab, I assume.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Je
And
vois pas
then
où il est,
you've
le
got the
crabe.
housekeeper, Sir Intendant Chevalmeron.
Ah, there he is.
And the conférencier, Gentilhomme Usher.
Oh.
And that last one is a stickler for propriety.
Oh, okay. So when Furina said to make an appointment with Sir Intendant Chevalmeron,
C'est
this
l'hippocampe.
is who she was referring to?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I didn't know it was so cute.
Exactly. Furina even makes him spew bubbles in her idol animation.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Okay, I'm sure everyone is just itching to know more about the
Je
Stone
pense que les gens
Necklace.
voulaient savoir
So,
ça.
Amber, why don't you take it away? Tell us everything.
Yes, you got it.
Yay!
So, Furina is a Hydro Sword user.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
She usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment in combat. When in this state,
Okay.
her elemental skill invites the three members
Invite les
of
trois
the
membres du
Salon
salon solitaire.
Solitaire,
Oh.
Mademoiselle Crabaletta, Sir Intendant Chevalmeron, and
Chevalmeron.
Gentilhomme Usher to the stage.
I love it.
It's so cute. And, you know, these salon members will attack
My
nearby
minions!
opponents.
Allez attaquer cette racaille, ces
Their damage
bandits.
increases the more characters there are in the
On peut
party
dire qu'il y a des périodes dans
over
lesquelles au-delà d'un
certain
certain montant de
HP
PV.
amount.
Oh.
Okay, I was listening to all that, but at the very top, you said that she usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment. So she has more than one alignment?
Yes, exactly. Furina's charged attack not only deals
D'accord,
physical
passant des
damage,
physiques,
but
des dégâts
also
hydro.
allows her to switch between Usia and Numa Arca
Ah.
alignments.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice.
Based on what we just saw, it seems like her Arca alignment has an effect on her other skills as well.
Yes, sure does. Furina's elemental skill
Ce sont les noms de
changes
son
depending
arc,
on whether
le-
she's
sur
aligned
l'énergie
with
Usia
Usia
ou Pneuma.
or
Ok.
Numa. That's cool. It's super cool. After Furina uses her charged attack to switch to a Numa Arca alignment, her
D'accord.
elemental skill summons the Singer of Many Waters to provide healing to
Oh,
nearby
ah oui,
party
le truc qui est
members.
invoqué, c'est stylé.
Yes. The summons created by Furina's elemental skill will remain on the field for a period of time even after Furina is switched
D'accord,
out.
et le truc reste même si on change de
Furina's
personne.
elemental burst deals damage to
Les dégâts aux ennemis
surrounding
proches.
opponents. And when the party member's HP increases or
Mhm.
decreases,
Moment
Furina
tout
will
baisse, et puis même des
accumulate
pas de fanfare.
fanfare points. That's my trumpet.
Amazing.
So, Furina increases the damage and the
Dégâts et le
incoming
bonus de
healing
sort
bonus
reçus des
of
membres.
nearby party members
D'accord, des
based
caps
on the amount
proximité en
of
fonction de la quantité de
fanfare she
fanfare.
has.
D'accord.
Wow, it seems like this fighting style really suits Furina's character. It's very showy and unpredictable.
Totally. I can already see the fluctuations in my
Ah oui, les
HP
fanfares en
bar.
bas, j'ai
That
vu.
healing skill might come in handy.
Yeah, for
Vous avez vu
real.
ta-ta-ta
And
genre.
due to her knowledge of deep-water aberrants, Furina's passive talent can decrease the cooldown on abilities gained from the
Ok, t'es le temps
xenochromatic
de
Fontamer
le
aberrants.
rechat des capacités. D'accord.
Wow, you can say that again.
Yeah.
Intéressant,
and
ouais.
that'll make it even easier to uncover the secrets lurking in the depths.
Always the secrets lurking in the depths.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Whenever one of Furina's summons is on the field, Furina gains the ability to
Ah oui,
walk
c'est vrai, il y a
on
aussi
water.
ça.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that is so cool.
Yes.
Hey, I actually saw that Furina's outfit changes whenever she switches between Arca alignments.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ah, j'ai
good
pas vu.
eye. You're correct. It does change.
Ah oui.
But, you know, such is the charm of a celebrity, I suppose.
Oh là là,
so
tellement de charme.
if you want to learn more about
Oh, une
Furina,
quête histoire
then
sur
be
elle.
sure to
Let's go.
accompany her on her story
Animula
quest,
Kuragi.
the Animula Kuragi chapter.
Ah, amazing. Okay, so next up we have another old friend to introduce. She's now able to join the traveler's party with her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite. That's right. It's Charlotte.
Ah oui, Charlotte.
Yay!
Adorable.
So cute.
We've known Charlotte for a while now. The traveler met her during the Summoner Summit event, which took them on an adventure all over Teyvat.
Yes, that's right. Charlotte's hard-hitting spirit and determination to uncover the truth really leave an
On va voir ce
impression, don't
ce
they?
qu'elle peut faire.
That's right. During our journey in Fontaine, didn't she treat the traveler to a magnificent meal in order to get a scoop about Writhsley? Though she didn't end up getting the interview that she wanted in the end, huh? But I don't think that will deter her. She'll always be in search of the truth. The world is her treasure chest, and only her camera can determine its contents and the truths they contain. Speaking of her camera, Monsieur Verite just so happens to be her greatest
Monsieur
assistant
Verite,
and
c'est pas
companion.
mal.
They're friends. Charlotte's talent for photography is truly a marvel. No matter the subject or setting, her photos somehow always capture an unparalleled sense of artistry. The peerless Monsieur Verite turns her photos into eye-catching mementos. In fact, many Fontainians even cut the prints out of the newspaper and keep them as clippings.
Oh, that's so cool. And Monsieur Verite is so
Monsieur
cute. Even a short little
Verite.
hat and tie.
Ah oui, c'est vrai, il a un
know.
petit chapeau.
Charlotte actually commissioned both of those items from Chiori.
Un petit
She
nœud
even
papillon.
commissioned Monsieur Verite's accessories in several different styles to match different interview settings. Isn't that cute?
Wow, that is pretty thoughtful. I suppose that just shows how much Charlotte cherishes her own Monsieur Verite.
Yes, it really does. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Charlotte's character showcase, shall we?
Ooh, let's do it.
Yes.
If you keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged, you'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered.
Prends des photos. Non, pas journaliste. Ah, Mediapart.
Breaking news!
Des violences robotiques. Non.
Wow.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
really like moving around.
Yes! Honestly, it's just what you
Marche
expect
version
of a
Genshin.
reporter for the
C'est vrai
Steeper.
qu'il y a une
Even her
ressemblance.
combat skills involve taking photos. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and
makes
then, like,
sense.
what
Avec
a
les photos et
lively
tout.
character. Her combat moves, like I was saying, she's moving around. They're super dynamic. It seems like
Yes.
she's always on the move.
Who's on the march? Exactly. Charlotte is an expert at
Alors,
applying
les
the skills and
compétences.
talents that she's developed as a reporter to other areas of her life, and that includes combat. With her trusty companion, Monsieur Verité, she captures
Ouais,
enemies
bah ouais,
from all
je sais. Elle
angles,
torture.
unleashing attacks,
Les prends photo.
exposing
Je prends des dégâts.
weaknesses.
Honestly, I would expect nothing less from one of Fontaine's most famous reporters. Who knew cameras could do that, though? I didn't know you could use them as a weapon.
J'avoue.
The more you know, I guess.
Okay, here's some cool stuff. Charlotte's elemental skill
Multiplié par
applies
le
snappy
viseur.
silhouette to opponents caught within the viewfinder of her camera. During this effect's duration, marked opponents will intermittently take damage. Holding Charlotte's elemental skill strengthens
souvent
these
vu.
effects
Ok.
and applies focused impression to opponents instead. Now her elemental burst creates a news flash field that continuously restores
Le
HP to
PV des
party
mains de
members
l'équipe.
within its
Oh,
range.
qui sont dans son
Monsieur
PV.
Verité, he's also going to join in and intermittently attack opponents during
Oh,
the
c'est
duration of the
sympa.
ability.
Mais elle, c'est du
As
support,
an
je pense.
experienced
peut-être.
reporter, Charlotte is an expert at adapting her methods to match the needs of her target. When paired with Fontaine characters, Charlotte
Elle fait un
receives a
bonus de
healing bonus.
Gaison.
When
Oh.
paired with non-Fontaine characters, she receives a cryo damage bonus.
Ah.
Now that is not all. There is more.
Oh,
During
intéressant.
the 4.2 special event, travelers can complete a quest to receive a special gadget called the
pour ça, un
Zoom
gars.
Lens. When Charlotte activates the Zoom Lens, it will trigger her passive talent called First Person Shutter.
Oh my gosh, that's
When you
amazing.
hold her elemental skill, the gadget will cause you to enter photo mode instead.
That
D'accord.
is so cool.
Yep.
That is super rad. And, you know, I have a feeling some super cool pictures are going to come out of that.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to provide more information about the Zoom Lens and how to use it during the event overview portion.
Ouais, parce que je vois pas trop l'intérêt en fait.
Furina and Charlotte will both be featured in version 4.2 event
D'accord.
wishes.
Ah, mais Charlotte, c'est une 4 étoiles.
In the first half of version 4.2,
Oh, il y a Beizou aussi.
we'll have event wishes showcasing
De
Furina
toute façon, moi j'aurais
and
Furina
Baiju.
vu que je suis en
During
art
this
pity.
time, Charlotte will also receive a huge drop rate boost.
Ah, bah si je peux l'avoir sans avoir la art pity. Non, en vrai, quand on a personne de la bannière, ça se réinitialise. Donc c'est un peu dommage, mais pas grave. Puis j'ai un peu faire sur son arme. Après, il faut que je garde pour aller Chino et c'est comment c'est chlorine, je crois. Ok, Sino et Ayato, bah j'ai les deux. Ça sert à rien. J'économise.
Okay, let's take a look at what other information we can learn from Furina's itinerary. It looks like she's investigating something. Oh, there's even a report attached.
Tell us what it says.
Okay, I will. It says, strange rumblings have been
Nouveau
heard
boss.
in the depths of Fontaine's waters. Dun, dun, dun.
Ah, moi Furina, moi je poule là.
It's here
De toute façon, moi j'ai dit
already?
Furina, chlorine et Arlecchino.
Look at that!
Oh, incroyable.
Well, it looks like it's in a sea of pink and blue stars. That's so pretty.
Oh, I remember this well.
Ah, le
I
boss c'est
recognize
vraiment
this
stylé.
well.
Wait, yeah. Isn't this the whale that the traveler saw in Child's vision at the end of the version 4.1 Archon quest?
Yep,
Ah,
it's
j'ai
the
pas
same
souvenir.
one. After ravaging its way through the primordial sea, this otherworldly creature has at long last broken the seal and descended upon Fontaine.
Oh, mais c'est Elden Ring, c'est le boss final d'Elden Ring.
It feels like it might even burst right through the screen.
Oh, I hope not. I get this feeling
Mais à quel moment
this
tu
isn't the
l'attaques
type
en
of
fait?
opponent
Genre à
that
ce
we can
moment-là,
just
je pense.
brute force our way through, you know?
Exactly. In the first phase, it will use its gigantic size to target the traveler with massive AoE attacks from all directions. Dodging is definitely your friend with this one.
Oh
D'accord.
boy. Okay. So there
oui.
also seems to be
La barre de
sort
progression
of
en haut
a
à droite,
progress bar
en
next
droite
to
de
the
sa barre de
boss's
vie.
HP
À droite de sa
bar.
barre de vie, putain.
What's that for?
Okay, since we can't outfight it, we'll have to outsmart it instead. The creature just freed itself from captivity and is brimming with anger. So if you can find a way to capitalize on that anger, perhaps you'll also find its weaknesses.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Oh, la
Is
vache.
somebody being eaten? Is it even possible to survive something like that?
Oh, what the fuck?
I guess here it is.
Ooh.
This is an entirely different space, it looks like. And there's a new enemy here with a massive sword. Oh, these summoned creatures also look vaguely familiar to me.
I wonder what the deal is with all of this. Perhaps defeating this mysterious enemy within this space will be the key to defeating the whale? Travelers will need to experiment for themselves.
Ooh, yeah. All truths will be
C'est
revealed
intéressant, hein.
in version 4.2.
C'est cinématique. Ah, j'ai plus
Well
souvenir.
said. Oh man, this boss looks really, really tough. What happens if we, for some reason, can't defeat it?
Ooh. Okay, this update actually helps with that problem. Starting from 4.2, an option will appear on the challenge failed
Ah,
screen
pour baisser
to
la
lower the
difficulté.
difficulty of the boss if travelers are struggling to defeat
C'est pas
them
mal
during
parce que
a
je me
main
rappelais
quest.
quand on a affronté la Signora, c'était chaud quand même la Signora.
Oh, I love that. Now we don't need to worry about getting
En espérant
stuck
qu'en baissant
while
la
trying to
difficulté, on
advance
perd pas
the main
les
story.
récompenses ou le niveau des récompenses.
Hey,
Quoi.
that was a lot of information, wasn't it? Can we take a short little break
Petite pause,
while we have a look at
petite
the second redemption code, maybe?
Yeah!
Ooh,
Yeah, let's go. Cette image, je pense pour la vignette, je mettrais cette image, mais comme moi de base sur les vignettes, je mets ma tête ici, je changerai l'image, mais avec cette image-là, sans les titres et tout.
Hello, travelers! Welcome back to the version 4.2
Là, je pense que c'est les
special
events.
program.
Hello!
Hello! Yay!
Yeah!
So, we've introduced new characters, new plot lines, and a new boss. But I hope you're still eager for new content, travelers, because there's still more to come. Let's take a look at what other information we can learn from Furina's itinerary. Okay, aside from investigating crises, it seems like our Hydro Archon also goes on occasional excursions throughout Fontaine. Who knew she did all this work behind the scenes?
I certainly didn't.
Well, you know, maybe she's just using it as an excuse to scout out a place for one of her tea parties.
Oh.
Furina and excuses. Typical. Hey, it seems like the places Furina has chosen to visit this time feature some peculiar landscapes.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Furina is in Aranea's forest on the east side of Fontaine.
Stylé, hein.
And that's
Les zones, elles
right
sont vraiment
behind
magnifiques.
the Opera House.
What a cool place! Although,
Celui-là, peut-être un peu moins, lui.
it does kind of look like it could be
Il fait un peu
hiding
marécage
some
et tout, j'aime pas les
secrets.
marécages.
Definitely wouldn't be a video game if there weren't secrets.
Oh,
Things
yeah.
are definitely not what they seem here. For example, strange things have been happening with the water veins around Loch Urania. As you can see, a strong windstorm has gathered around the vortex rising from the middle of the lake. It's almost like it's preventing certain things from getting closer and forcibly pushing other things away. And take a look at this, the foggy forest path.
That fog is really thick.
Yeah.
That's
c'est
why
vraiment
they
stylé.
call it the foggy forest path. And what about this area? The weeping willow of the lake.
Ooh, it looks all withered and
And the
spoopy.
water doesn't look quite right.
l'eau,
like
l'eau
it's
bien dégueulasse,
cloudy
là.
or something. Do you see that?
Yeah.
C'est la Seine à Paris.
Exactly. It seems like Furina
Se sont inspirés de
also
ça.
realized something was off. It looks
Personne
like she
veut
headed
plonger
underwater
dedans.
to investigate. And what did she find? A number of contaminated bacterial mats.
Bactéries.
Speaking of, there are always new things to discover beneath Fontaine's waters. In this update, we'll encounter a new type of Fontamer aberrant, the xenochromatic ball octopus.
Ooh.
Travelers can borrow its abilities to
Pour
cleanse
soigner les
away
œufs.
the contamination clots and contamination cores from the bacterial mats. Pretty cool. In addition, with the help of a special device, travelers will
Encore un
be able to
gadget
use this
spécial aussi.
creature's abilities on the surface as well. They may be the key to solving
Ah
certain
ouais,
puzzles or perhaps even powering
Ok, je
certain
vois les trucs,
objects.
c'est
We'll
marrant.
leave
ça.
that for you to discover.
Il faudra l'équiper.
To
quoi.
learn more about the story behind the new Aranea's
Oui, ça a l'air
Forest
facile,
region,
c'est vrai.
be sure to check out the
De ce qu'on
version
voit.
4.2 world quest called The
Peut-être ça
Wild
sera
Fairy of
autrement.
Araneas. I'll give you a hint. Melazines are involved.
Oh, les Mélusines.
Melazines? Really?
Melazines.
Oh, then it would certainly be a world quest that you won't want to skip.
To the south of Aranea's forest, you'll find the Mort region. There, a singular tower stands tall above an island in the middle of the sea. Perhaps it's also guarding some unspeakable secrets.
Ooh. Actually, it looks like that's the very
Très
next
intéressant.
stop on Furina's itinerary. So let's go check it out. Okay, I bet a bunch of travelers noticed this tower since they've arrived in Fontaine. I'm so excited that we finally get to check it out.
Yes, same. Yeah, in version 4.2, the sealed ruin tower is the focus
Oh non,
of a quest
des
series
quêtes
called
secondaires. Oh,
the LGC.
j'ai toujours pas commencé. Je crois que j'en ai fait qu'une.
After unlocking 4
Des grosses
seals
quêtes
along
secondaires
its
de
perimeter,
Fontaine. Il
the
me manque celle
tower
de la
and
4.1.
its long buried secrets will be unveiled to us.
Oh, amazing! Okay, it would feel great to finally demystify all the secrets churning under the seemingly calm waters.
Yes, I want answers. I also we all want answers. I also heard this quest has something to do with the primordial sea. It seems like there's a very important and very ancient story behind it all.
That is very right. New stories are always unfolding in Fontaine, whether above water or below. And this is not limited to the 2 new regions in this update. The prophesied earthquake woke up new life forms in other places where destinies intersect.
Oh, destinies!
Destinies! In certain underwater cave, a new life form is waking up. It has greater and more diverse powers of transformation while in combat. So don't let your guard down, travelers.
Yes. And some places still seem to tell the stories of events long past, no matter how long they've been abandoned. So in this update, travelers can also look forward to the climax of the Narcissan Croix's adventure quest line that was introduced over the last 2 versions. And there might even be an unexpected surprise waiting at the end.
What? A surprise! I can't wait to see what it is.
J'espère que c'est pas une surprise de merde, mais bon,
there's a
on
lot
va
to
dire.
discover in the new areas of the map, but Furina's itinerary doesn't stop there. Oh wait, it looks like she's arranged to spend some time with her subjects.
Aww.
Furina is pretty personable. Who's to say? She might even make an appearance at the events taking place in Fontaine.
Speaking of, let's move on to the event portion.
All right. The Fontaine Fishing Association has recently posted a commission to investigate the rumors of water imps near Arrhenius Island.
Ooh, another
Avec
investigation.
Fréminet à gagner.
Oh,
C'est cool.
And Fréminet seems to be involved.
C'est cool ça.
That little
Parce que je crois que je l'ai pas
penguin
Fréminet.
next to him must be one of his other companions. But it doesn't look like Pear.
Actually, its name is Thelxie. The name comes from a Fontanian fairy tale that describes a terrifying creature that lives underwater.
Ah ouais.
Adults would use the story to keep
Il
children away
était
from the
dispo
shore.
à quel moment?
As the story
À moins qu'il
goes,
soit en permanent.
children who play by the water are food for Thelxie to devour.
Ooh, yeah, for real. Well, children must be pretty afraid of that creature.
I know, right? It does seem a little unusual for Fréminet to give this little penguin a name like that. There must be some other reason.
Wait, hey, does this event also have something to do with this clockwork penguin?
Absolutely. In this event, we'll be helping Fréminet make some improvements to this little clockwork penguin. There will be a total of 3 main stages to the
Oula,
event.
3 parties, mais
As for
genre.
the first stage,
Ah ok,
we'll
c'est un
repair
event.
the
Ok.
penguin by fixing its circuits and reconnecting the motherboard. In return, the little guy will help us out on our journey.
J'aime bien ce genre de petit mode de jeu.
As our journey progresses, we'll collect colorful shells, corals, and other items which can be used to outfit our little friend with weapons and equipment. Which brings us to the second stage of the event, using an echoing conch to search underwater and find the items that we need for the penguin.
And, you know, what happens if we run into certain speed bumps on our adventure? You know, like monsters, puzzles, and all that jazz.
Ok, lui
Well,
c'est un
it seems
truc
like
avec
the
des
perfect
monstres.
opportunity for our little penguin buddy to shine.
Exactly. In the third stage of the event, the Clockwork Penguin will help us defeat monsters lurking around a specific domain and obtain any treasures that they may be guarding.
D'accord, et là c'est un donjon.
The Clockwork Penguin will provide different buffs in each battle.
Oh!
Travelers emerge victorious.
Oh, le pingouin qui vient nous
Now,
aider.
as for the story behind these battles, travelers will just have to find out for themselves.
Let's see. After helping the penguin, the next item on the itinerary is... Oh, the cute little fungi are back!
Oh, les fungus. Oh, let's go.
Hania, a friend we met in Sumeru, has arrived in Fontaine to promote Lil Fungi's fantastic fiesta.
Les champignons.
And speaking of fun, guys, I think I recognize some familiar faces. Bongo Head, it's time to shine!
Yay! Travelers may notice some differences in this update's fungi event. Aside from taking place in Fontaine, the gameplay has also been
c'est le
optimized.
truc Pokémon.
Previously, we
Non?
led the Lil Fungi
Ouais,
in
c'est ça.
battle against Mechanici. This time, we'll
Ils
have
sont de
the
retour.
opportunity
J'avais
to
trop aimé ce
challenge
mode de
a
jeu.
whole host of powerful monsters.
Awesome.
Ah, c'est un
Travelers will be able to
peu... Ils
command
l'ont
a
remanié
variety of
différemment.
fungi,
C'est mieux comme
adjusting
ça.
their movement to target different enemies.
Oh, à
And
moins
don't
que ça avait
forget
toujours
to
été comme
use
ça. Par contre, la
marvelous
map, elle a
gels
changé
to
tout, c'est
instruct
trop
the
bien.
little fungi to unleash powerful skills.
Yeah! Travelers will hopefully enjoy playing with the fungi more than ever.
Here's hoping. We, actually, I have a little note here to pass along from our developer friends. What's the note? Someone folding? Well, they hope to make the little fungi and some other events permanent so travelers can play at any time. The team feels that the current design doesn't adequately sustain long-term gameplay. So, they're going to continue iterating, optimizing, and improving this event while also working hard to develop interesting content that is
C'est vrai que j'avais
relevant to
beaucoup
the
aimé
overall
l'event
game.
à Sumeru.
Thanks, devs.
Oui, à l'ancienne version, c'est qu'on jouait notre perso, mais on voyait les compagnons attaquer et on devait appuyer sur les touches d'attaque différentes. Je me rappelle.
It's the Graph Adversarial Technology Experiment Log. I'm more than ready to fight some adversaries. Let me at 'em!
I wish I could, but it doesn't actually involve fighting. A researcher obsessed with graph adversarial technology has made great contributions to the study of counter-criminal image recognition. She believes that her research can help her achieve great success. But her scholarly responsibilities make it difficult for her to collect the field samples that she needs.
I'm guessing this is where the traveler comes in.
Okay, you're not wrong. But Pauline's request is actually pretty reasonable. To receive rewards, simply submit photographs of 5 different sample types that match the characteristic that's given on each day.
Sounds simple enough.
You can also exchange these samples with your friends. You might be able to find useful references for the samples that you need to collect in the Adventure Archive. At the end of the quest, travelers will receive a special gift from Pauline. That's right! It's the zoom lens we mentioned during Charlotte's character introduction.
Oh, how fun!
To use it, just equip the camera and activate the zoom lens in your inventory. The zoom lens can be attached to all cameras obtained in the game up to this point.
Ah, y a pas à
When
prendre
equipped
de
with other
photos en
characters,
fait,
the
c'est
zoom lens
juste à
won't be able to
laisser
be
le
used in
truc et
combat.
le prendre.
But if you switch to Charlotte and hold your elemental skill, you'll be able to snap pics with zoom lens even while fighting. You can even use it in domains.
Ooh. Double whoa. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Ça, ok, c'est pour
I
prendre des
bet
photos,
travelers will be
mais
able
ça
to
n'a pas
capture
d'utilité de
some
combat.
amazing moments in co-op mode too.
And even if you miss the chance to participate in the event, there's no need to worry. Travelers will still be able to obtain the zoom lens after the event ends. Sweet.
C'est sympa quand même pour ceux qui
Seems
peuvent.
like Furina has also learned of the existence of a domain shrouded in mist.
Ok, mais bientôt à la fin.
Travelers who master the leyline features and put together
Bon,
the
pas trop
strongest
d'events,
party
mais beaucoup
will be able
d'histoires
to
principales.
easily beat their opponents.
Now, less experienced travelers like myself don't need to worry either. Using trial characters and taking advantage of the buffs brought about by the leyline are also great ways to come out on top.
That's right. And travelers who are more confident in their combat skills can choose to jump straight to the final challenge. Also, the Leyline Overflow event will return at the end of version 4.2. Now might be the perfect time to start building your parties.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you're all excited for the fabulous events that version 4.2 has in store, but there are still more surprises to share.
Yay!
Let's get into them.
Well, before we get into them, let's take a quick break to have a look at the final redemption code for today. See you in a bit.
Okay.
Voilà le code. Je vais enlever le truc pour ceux qui le notent, même si ça sera trop tard pour ceux qui regardent. Mais quand même, pour ceux qui sont en live, si vous voulez noter, je vous laisse noter quelques secondes et après on va pouvoir passer sur le prochain truc pour voir la fin.
We're
Mais je
waiting
pense
to hear back. Let's see what system optimizations we have for the upcoming version. Let's get into
les
it.
petits systèmes.
Okay, so first up is the quick challenge feature for weekly bosses.
Ah.
New players or players who prefer to spend their time exploring may have yet to unlock certain weekly bosses, and it's difficult to raise new characters when you can't access the boss drops needed to ascend a certain character.
Totally true.
In version 4.2, travelers who are at adventure rank 40 or above will have the option to quick challenge a weekly boss by navigating to the Trounce Domain section of the Adventure Handbook. All weekly bosses will be available to challenge, except Storm Terror and the Wolf of the North.
D'accord.
Nice. Yeah,
Là
now
où ils
we
sont
don't
encore
have to
bons
wait
les
to
codes.
advance the story before
Ça dure
we can level
24
up the new
heures et comme ça
characters'
date
talents
d'aujourd'hui.
and skills.
Exactly.
Also, we're introducing an update to Genius Invocation TCG.
S'en fout de ça.
In version 4.2, 3 new character cards and 5 new action cards will be added.
On s'en
There
fout.
will also be an Accelerate Duel feature, which will provide a smoother gaming experience. Pretty cool stuff. After the version 4.2 update, deck sharing codes will also be available. Use them to show off your strongest deck or take inspiration from other travelers.
That's cool.
That's awesome. And, you know, since the number of card combinations just keeps increasing, the number of decks a player can save has been increased from 10 to 20.
D'accord.
Doubled.
Doublé. And in addition, both the maximum number of starting slots and the number of slots unlocked at each player level upgrade have been increased from 2 to 4.
Doubled again.
Double.
Double again.
The developers have also made a number of optimizations to the Genius Invocation TCG interface.
Heated Battle Mode and the Forge Realms Temper Endless Swarm will
Moi je les fais
also
pas et
return
j'aime
in
pas.
version 4.2.
J'aime pas. Et le truc c'est bon là ils sont un peu moins focus mais je pense parce que moi quand j'ai tout dans quel je dis ouais le truc TCG je fais ouais faut arrêter avec ça. Ok ça c'est le nouveau truc pour suivre les quêtes et tout, c'est pas mal pour les stellars et tout.
Oh, that's nice.
Plus, a new story key privilege has also been added so that returning travelers can enjoy new story quests and
ah, nice.
Amazing. Red notification dots have also been optimized. Notifications that
Ça,
have already
bien,
been cleared will no longer reappear when logging in on a different platform.
Avec les clés et tout.
Quest optimizations will also be available in version 4.2. The first one pertains to unlocking story quests. Travelers will now get to choose whether to accept a story quest
oui, ça c'est bien parce qu'avant ça l'a validé auto.
Nice. And hopefully travelers won't be overwhelmed by a sudden influx of quests anymore.
Ça serait bien qu'il les réaffiche pour voir
The
tout ce
update
qu'il y
has
avait.
also made notifications
Comme
about
avec les
prerequisite
escapades.
quests even clearer, making it easier for players to proceed to certain content.
That's awesome.
C'est bien, ça c'est cool l'optimisation. Bah voilà, on a terminé. On peut s'arrêter là hein, sur ça. En tout cas, non, c'est vraiment cool. Franchement, la 4.2, elle est zinzin. Elle va être zinzin. Avec déjà Furina, mais genre, la quête histoire, elle va être folle. on a ces boss de folie, on a Furina condamné à mort, il y a Tartaglia qui interagit, il y a Neuvillette qui peut rien faire, il y a aussi, comment elle s'appelle, attends. Comment elle s'appelle? Elle là, c'est qui? C'est qui? Qui est-elle? Qui est-elle? Est-ce que c'est une de ces fameuses, vous savez, les fameux dieux qui sont au-dessus des archons et tout genre, parce qu'elle ressemble, en fait, elle ressemble pas à celle qu'on a affrontée, vous savez, que genre quand on lance le jeu, mais il y a quand même un air, tu vois, peut-être c'est les fameux dieux et tout, tu vois, je me dis, mais qui est-elle? Et le char design de folie aussi, genre, je veux ce personnage, je vous l'ai dit, je le veux. Donc franchement, ça va être une grosse dinguerie, l'histoire principale, et peut-être la quête aussi de Furina va être vraiment cool. Mais en tout cas, ouais, j'ai vraiment hâte. Après, là, on a des petits events, mais c'est vraiment les petits events... parce que là c'est des petits events, parce qu'il y a un gros focus sur la quête Archon. L'ordre divin, ouais, l'ordre divin, je voulais dire. Ouais, peut-être que c'est le même de l'ordre divin en vrai, parce que quoi, à un moment elle dit c'est censé dire. Je crois qu'elle dit. En plus, cette baleine. Tu as du sang juste dont tu as été. Tiens, en plus tu vois, t'as tout ça. Et tu vois, à moins que ça soit Furina, mais je pense pas, tu vois. C'est assez louche tout ça par rapport à tout ça pour moi. Tu vois, genre, il y a vraiment un truc vraiment de caché. Je sais pas, mais en tout cas, elle est stylée. Bon, bien évidemment, le programme spécial, je le mettrai sur YouTube, hein, comme à chaque fois. Hein. Donc voilà, pour ceux qui le regarderont, n'hésitez pas à lâcher un pouce bleu et à vous abonner si cela vous a plu. Et comme ça, bah, à la sortie du live, on reprendra. D'ailleurs, il sort quand? On le sait ou pas? Non. Ah, le truc, ce qui est chiant, c'est qu'ils le disent pas, en fait. Ils le disent pas sur ces trucs. Donc, si je fais Genshin 4.2, tout savoir, bah attends, Actu Gaming le dit. Continue sans autoriser. Il sort. Mercredi 8 novembre. Oh, putain. Il sort en même temps. Oh, c'est horrible parce qu'il sort en même temps que le patch de WoW. Oh, la semaine pro, ça va être un bordel. Ça va être un bordel. Bon, enfin, bref, bah ça fait, voilà. Bon, comme je vous l'ai dit, mettez un pouce bleu et à vous abonner si la vidéo vous a plu. Et je vous dis à la prochaine.